Hello guys, I'm Hesmiyu and welcome to another episode of Narcissu Side 2nd. With this series I've noticed that I can only record one episode at a time, whereas for games like Transport Fever or Grand Theft Auto or even Golf with Your Friends, I can record for hours on end. I believe that is due to the emotional input in this game, which in some respects is a good thing. And the episode I'm going to play this time is Vanilla Ice, but not the rapper. Please I hope not. 05 Vanilla Ice. Following the Oni-san, Himiko-san, we came to the first floor cafeteria, where I get a slight voice crack. We went up to a convenient table and sat next to each other. Maybe it was because it was right at lunch, the cafeteria was surprisingly crowded. Not only with people from the outside, but also people who seemed involved with the hospital. As for myself, because my home was so close, I'd never used it before, but more people seemed to use it than I had thought. Okay, pick whatever you like. And then Himiko passed over menu with a practiced air. Thoughts? You can take your time choosing. Chocolate, mint, or even sherbet, whatever you like. The happy continued with her words. However, no matter how much I looked at the menu, it didn't seem like I had much to debate over. Then I'll have... Just a moment. Yes? Allow me to guess exactly what it is. For some reason, when she interrupted me, he confidently started making her prediction. Certainly, this was a menu with many different set meals and drinks. But from the start, the key item, ice cream, only came in vanilla. There wasn't really anything to predict here. Let's see. Judging by the air around you, vanilla, right? Thoughts? How was that? Was I right? Oops. Thoughts? This is some kind of joke? That's not it. You're supposed to finish the gag routine with "there's nothing on the menu." I didn't really get it, but the Oni-san got fired up by herself. Oh, well, anyways, I'll get by some. As she spoke, she got up from her seat and quickly went to buy. Well, what was that just now, I wonder? Here, sorry for the wait. In a bit, Himiko-san returned. However, on the tray, there were 4 ice creams. For now, everyone's assigned 2, okay? Why? As the thought came to me, and faster than I could ask it, she placed 2 dishes in front of me, as if that was how it was supposed to be. And she started eating before I did. Delicious! Yeah. When it comes to summer, this is the only thing. With a nod, I also started eating. It was a sherbet-like ice cream and fit the season with the light taste. Satsumi, is it good? Then try saying it a bit more happily. Thoughts? It's good. Not like that. More like, how do you say? All this time, I wonder. Just what in this world does she want me to say? Okay. Delicious. Try saying that. Dots. Delicious. Dots. Okay, next question. Question? First, say chandelier 10 times quick, please. And you have to say it really fast, okay? Dots. No, right. Correct. Maybe she wanted me to answer Cinderella. I don't get it. Okay, now that we're even more revved up, with that it's self-introduction time. And Himiko was still starting herself up on her own. In these sort of times, these situations, I guess I should go along at least a little bit. Well, that's what I would, that's what I wound up thinking, but it felt impossible for me. So, what are Sumi's interests? Nothing special. Then, maybe you're good at cooking or something. Not particularly. Maybe you're unexpectedly a karaoke lover. On top of that, love anime songs and can sing the summer machine gun and stuff. I'll just be looking at a trivia at the bottom. Neko Neko Soft, Natsu wasn't machine gun song. Famed for an amazing speed at the stream of consciousness lyrics, are shouted by Mizuhiro's Shindao. It is rumored that people have sung this karaoke in real life. Not even a bit. Dots. Well then, now it's my turn to introduce myself. Just when I wondered if I had said all that much, Himiko-san suddenly stood up. Other people were wondering what was going on in October, but it seemed like she didn't mind at all. Even though I look like this, I really love cars. I carry a national rank A sports license. If straightened up proudly, and was excessively wound up. But to me, even if I was told national rank A, I had no idea what that meant. Is that amazing? Well, not that much. And in a flash, her energy disappeared. And as for me, instead of that, I was more interested in something else. Hey. What's what? Because it's okay. I'm good with things like rotary engines. No, not that. Is it okay to eat that? That. Before my eyes, Himiko-san continued to gobble up her ice cream. It might have been obvious, but ice cream was not supposed to go over well with the sick. Of course, I didn't know how much about Himiko-san's illness, but at the least I knew she was someone from the 7th floor. Just looking at it normally, a sick person shouldn't be eating that much ice cream. But, to my question. Hey, do you know the 7th floor's visiting hours? I was answered with another question. What it had to do with being able to eat ice cream, I couldn't see, but I honestly shook my head. I'm sure that on the 3rd floor, where I was always admitted, was from 3 in the afternoon until 8 at night. No morning? Okay, go. However, only on Saturdays, mornings were allowed, and I figured other floors probably had similar arrangements. Amazingly, only the 7th floor is okay 24 hours. Dang. And while I'm telling you, there aren't any real dietary restrictions. Really? Yep, well, you can't go crazy and overeat, but basically, you can have anything, anytime. While answering, she started to quickly eat ice cream again. Oh, yeah, oops. Coming from a world full of restrictions, the 7th floor is suddenly like becoming free. Aha! Ah, my laugh was not a happy laugh, it was a fake one. Himiko-san laughed happily as she replied. However, the next words she spoke were in a totally different tone. Hesmiyu, you know what that means, right? And gave a small nod. What is a hospice? To that, there are people who say it is a place to wait new treatments, as well as people who say that it is a place to ease the heart. I feel like both of those were probably right. But for myself, it seems like Himiko-san's words were now more understandable. Well, that's how it is. So come anytime, okay? I've got time. Only about half a year, if I remember right from last episode. With that, her usual cheery face returned. Normally, she was like this, but I felt like once in a while, the facial expressions and the words she used were very severe. Which one was the real Himiko-san? I didn't know. Most likely, both of them were. Around when the sun, which had been so high, was setting, after I left the hospital and returned home. The door stood shut behind me. I'm home. At the empty front door, my voice reverberated. From the closed-off room, the moment I opened the door, a blast of hot air had come out. I opened the living room window and let in the outside air. Even just that much cooled the room. Looking at the clock, it was 4 o'clock. Still early for mother to come home. I placed my slightly sweated sailor uniform in the washing machine and changed into pyjamas. And then, after finishing washing the rice, I helped out mother who will be returning soon. I finished the preparation for making dinner. Since I was feeling well at this point, I set myself to doing at least this much. Really, I could just relax in my room, but instead I switched on the fan in the living room. Father and mother are working in the middle of this heat. For me alone to be in a cool, air-conditioned room gave me a bad feeling and I couldn't do it. The door opened then slammed shut. She's home. I'm home. And welcome home. Mother returned from a part-time job, almost always around this time. She would come home. Hesmiyu, did you eat dinner yet? Does ice cream count? Not yet. Then, let's eat together. Today I got lots of croquettes again. There's no way they're all leftovers, let's eat only at 4. Sitting at the table across from each other, the two of us started an early dinner. Because Father's commute had lengthened, he often came home late, and so the times the two of us ate like this, separate from him, increased. So, is it good? If you want, eat the fries too. You like them, don't you? With that, mother offered the plate of fries. Before, I continued to eat them silently since then. It seems mother thought I'd like them. You know, the mother since yesterday had been frying the fries. Huh? So, these really aren't just leftovers. And you don't have to worry. You see, when I said do you like them, the people at the store said I could take home as much as I wanted. That's nice of them. Oops. Cheerfully, happily, mother spoke on. Exactly what were the conditions that led the people at the store to say that? I didn't know. But from just imagining it, I was filled with guilt. For some reason, I was pained. So, from now on, look forward to it. In front of such a mother, all I could do was just stay quiet and continue eating the fries, trying as best I could to eat as if they were delicious. A few days later, with the usual cicadas and the sun consecutively setting record heat, under such a sky, I came here once again. Now take a little drink from tea. Otherwise I get a dry mouth and my speaking will worsen. A high ceiling, a white room, a small folding chair on which I sat. However, even though I came here, it was just I came here, simply that. It was not like we talked about anything special, and at least I never brought up any interesting conversation topics. We were just on the level of sitting next to the unilaterally chatting Himiko-san, making uninteresting responses. Hey, one question. Decisively I tried asking a direct question. Is being with me fun? Yes, when I'm with you, I know no boredom. Thoughts? Sarcasm? No such thing, it's really fun. Hey, that's Jimmy-chan, lovey-dovey kind of feeling. Maybe she's toying with me. I couldn't help think that, but Himiko-san was always like this. One-sidedly getting all worked up, whatever I said, and cheerfully following her own pace to the end. And then, just when we had that exchange, a knock came from the door. Good afternoon. Oh, it was a female, oops. The person who came in was an older lady I didn't recognise. It was the first time I saw anyone come to this room. Himiko-chan, how are you feeling? Well, something special I guess. Today is a bathing day. What shall I do? I'm fine. Thanks for your concern. Then, if there's anything, feel free to say. Once again, the door shut with a click. With those final words, the lady I didn't know left the room again. At first I thought it was a family member, but it seemed to be otherwise. Maybe she was a helper, since she was wearing an apron. She seemed like one. It was just that. I felt she was somehow different from the other people I knew called helpers. That person now was a helper, though assigned to someone else. It seemed I was right that she was a helper. But because there really did seem to be a difference, Himiko-san explained about helpers here. It seemed the helpers of the general wards were generally supposed to help people in physical sense. depending on the hospital, it could be a job, and there was also seen to be someone who looked upon it as a form of part-time work. Compared to that, the 7th floor helpers, because mental care was relatively important, if it came thinking it was a part-time job, you apparently wouldn't be accepted. Makes sense. Well, at least for this hospital, all the 7th floor helpers should be volunteers. I see. How admirable. I was a bit impressed, and I used the wrong voice. It might have been obvious, but I had heard those who have not been informed beforehand cannot enter the 7th floor. For those people who by their own choosing volunteer for free for the sake of their patients, I plainly felt admiration. But at my reaction, Himiko-san, indeed, that's admirable, he replied without conviction. Looking at it normally, you'd think you sent a bit of something like appreciation. And then Himiko-san's words from before. No, assigned to someone else. That someone else nagged at me. From just those words, one would think that Himiko-san's assigned helper also existed somewhere. But so far, I had never seen anyone like that. Himiko-san's assigned helper is... There isn't one. Isn't one? Why? Because I don't need one. Plainly, that was the only answer she gave. I didn't really understand, but maybe the 7th floor helpers could be refused if the patient said so. Certainly, Himiko-san, when compared to the other people of the 7th floor, could walk normally, and, because she was young, was lively, but, from the think of it, since I've come here, I had not once seen any family members come to visit. But that's because now you've come. Eh? It was as if she saw what I was thinking and replied. Thanks, that leaves 3. 3 visitors, I assume. Yeah, I wanted a friend from a different age group. You know, it isn't common to the 10 things you want to do before dying. And she lightly used the word dying. It might also be because she's off the 7th floor, but to have that word said in a cheery way suddenly was jarring. However, the 10 things one wants to do before dying. What they were, I didn't know. How much time Himiko-san had left, I also didn't know. Didn't she say half a year? Last episode? Looking at it the other way, I could say there were 3 things remaining. Oh, like that, Satsumi. The Bible is correct. Seems like the world was created in 7 days. And so, even with the time I have left, don't you think Muslim are possible? Dots. That doesn't make a good example. Aha, well, don't say things like that. There's 3 things left. So, if you don't mind, come along with me. It looks like we've become friends, the 2 of us. On the first week of our meeting, we were asked to go along with the 3 remaining things to do before dying. Himiko-san's words. I didn't know how serious he was, but it seemed I would probably be coming to this place often. At some point, more than you'd hope. As the sun slowly sank and the sky stained orange, and I randomly burped. Thankfully, my microphone didn't pick it up. I left the hospital. Today may have been at the hospital too long. As I was thinking that, my eyes landed on our schoolyard. Again, there were children running around happily. Even the metal bar I did a somersault on before had plenty of patrons today. Summer vacation, dusk, the voices of Higurashi, 30 plain children. Each and everything where the everyday parts that build up the scene of a common summer day. There was nothing out of place. No one who made a strange face like mine from a single somersault. Oni-san, what's wrong? As I continued to stand gazing, one child who I was playing spoke to me. Did you want to play with the bar? Not particularly, it's nothing. With just the answer, I turned on my heel. Looking up, the sky already darkening, I hurried along the road home. I'm home! Welcome home. Preparations for dinner are about done. Looking at the clock, it was already about 7. Today, Mother had come home first. And together with Mother, we began our usual early dinner. Speaking of which, today you were quite late. I went to the hospital a bit. Oh, today was an examination day? That's not it, but I worried about how to answer. How should I talk about Himiko-san? Being an acquaintance seemed safe, but after thinking a bit, I decided to answer like Himiko-san said. I went to a friend's place. A friend? Mother repeated my words back to me. She also had a surprised, unbelieving sort of expression. However, Mother having that kind of reaction was probably unavoidable. For the word friend to come out of my mouth itself was rare. But at the very least, in these past few years, it probably had been impossible. I see. That's wonderful, Setsumi. Making a friend. And this time, she happily continued speaking. To that happy mother, I spoke about the events that happened up until now. That she was a very kind Oni-san. That lately I've been going to play every day. That often I was taken to go eat ice cream. My, it sounds like a very kind Oni-san. It's not. Like I was lying. But I wasn't able to say she was a resident of the 7th floor. Why I thought that? I didn't know the exact reason. Being on the 7th floor wasn't Himiko-san's fault. It was no one's fault. I knew that. Because I was in a similar position. Because at some point the people I knew disappeared. I knew it even more so. There's probably the feeling of not wanting to worry her. I'm sure that Mother would imagine that this was another normal patient, or perhaps a nurse. But to deny that didn't seem something that I could do. I know. Then starting tomorrow, why don't I make lunches for you? Huh? Even this distance, it must be a pain to come back, right? Mother continued being happy. Lately, my health has been good, and probably hearing I had made a friend made it extra happy. I wouldn't say it out loud, but I think I hadn't been since the 6th grade trip. Now it was worth effort to make lunch for me. Leave it to me. I'll make a feast. In front of such a happy mother, I could say nothing. As always, all I could do was quietly eat these chips. At least that chapter was happier than the other ones. I'm glad that was a happy chapter. I wonder what the other ones will be like and how many chapters are left. I've got I have quite a few more Japanese based games to play. But that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it for this time. I'm Hesmiyu. Goodbye.